And we're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 16 of Script Corners. This is going to be, in this video, we're going to cover Loverboy Media, Why I Love The Last Jedi. So, I already watched this guy earlier today. Not the whole video, but like the first 6 minutes. He just seems like, if I were to describe him very shortly, he just seems to just believes Ryan Johnson's bullshit. And I mean, like, that's, yeah, it. I don't know what to do with someone like that other than say they have Stockholm syndrome. Hence the name of this stream. So with us today we have Latvian Prime.
Yeah. I'm Latvian Dragon, by the way. I just changed the name.
Yeah, you like to do that, don't you?
It's more like... Okay,
Yeah.
I'm more like change the profile pictures rather than the name. So...
Yeah, I get it. Transformers, robots meet the eye.
More than meets the eye.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Alright, let's start.
Wait. More than meets the eye? It was that all along? I always thought that, well, I wasn't paying attention. It was always robots meet the eye. Doesn't make any sense to me. I always knew there was something wrong with the eye quote, but I thought it sounded cool anyway. Well, that's stupid. All right, so you guys ready for this? Just to let you know right now, we're going to pause very little in this. Like, we're gonna let him get to his points because only his points are really worth discussing.
Okay.
So this will be a short stream. Just saying right away. And if it won't be, like I said, like yesterday was like almost 4 hours. I said it was going to be hardly 1 hour. I'm very well aware of that, but this one I'm almost certain won't take long. You guys are obviously allowed to pause whenever you want, but I mostly just want to cover the crux of his arguments and not the individual arguments themselves. Not that he makes many. So let's do this. Oh, and to anyone watching, if you wonder where Airborne is, he's off eating lunch at 8 p.m. for some reason. So we'll see him. He'll be back in a few minutes. Let's start this semi-good video, I guess.
Hey, that's Michael's line.
I don't think he is on record saying that, so it's mine.
What defines Star Wars to me? Well, I hear that question and there's immediately like, I don't know, 1,000 things that start running through my head. I'm in love with Star Wars after all, and I mean, like, yeah, pretty much all of Star Wars.
Okay, Replica, Echo.
Oh,
There.
son of a bitch! I keep doing these things, hoping that I don't have to blast the shit in my ears. All right, let me get my headphones.
Be lucky you have even you have an option to wear the headphones. My desktop doesn't even have that choice.
Then why don't you have an Echo?
Because I am always with headphones.
Okay then.
What defines Star Wars to me? Well, I hear that question and there's immediately like, I don't know, 1,000 things that start running through my head. I'm in love with Star Wars after all, and I mean, like, yeah, pretty much all of Star Wars, so where would I even start? There's so many stories, so many scenes, so many moments and actions and ideas across so many mediums that the easiest answer to what defines Star Wars to me would just be to say, well, all of it. But what if I can only choose one thing? What if I had to find just one story, one scene, one moment or action or idea that I see everything I love about this amazing, gigantic, beautiful, totally weird space fantasy about dynasties and empires and a mystical energy that exists within every living thing? What if I had to
How much do we agree on it being a fantasy?
Oh no, it's almost.
Okay, if it was more scientific, it wouldn't been that. All right,
Well,
it's just
I'm
It's-
happy to go along with the whole
oh come on, don't go back again. Just
I'm just trying to make sure I'm on the same room as you all because sometimes it glitches out.
he just
But-
talked about what defies Star Wars though, but she mentions all the
or
things like
action
them.
or
Yes,
Sorry,
I
was
mean,
just trying to
it's not. It's. I mean, George Lucas himself is.
Well, it's
Try to
like
make it-
I've got no
it's-
problem. I've got no problem with saying that it's fantastical. I just don't think that it is purely fantasy. Like, I mean, they said the original trilogy was science fantasy. I feel like the prequels are definitely more science fiction-y, but even science fantasy still has an element of science in it. Like what isn't like the real world is fantastical, but what is like the real world, is like the real world. So I don't know. It just goes back to Patrick Willems poisoning the well and calling everything, space wizards for children.
beautiful, totally weird space fantasy about dynasties and empires and a mystical energy that exists within every living.
Who is? I'm hearing some guy in the background. Who is that? Hello?
it ain't me.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just mute. Deviant, are you there? Deviant!
Yes.
Okay. I guess it must be lupus or something. I don't know. It's whatever. Let's move on.
Thing. What if I had to define what Star Wars is to me through a single point that sets my imagination on fire? That's what we're doing here. The rise of Skywalker is upon us, so my boy Mauricio from Brown Table has brought together a group of amazing
Oh.
Yeah, amazing channels that are only 3
Sexual harassment.
with what sexual harassment.
Did you guys remember that when Brown Table was like when Brown Table, that weird Asian guy, he was like talking
Asian.
about the scene where Captain Marvel tortures a man for his motorcycle.
Oh, that
the
guy!
Don.
Oh, god damn it!
Yeah,
Oh, fuck me!
it's that guy.
I watched
worry.
I watched the brag.
Don't worry, he won't appear in the video. But what a great person to quote. Oh, you ready to move on, Latvian?
Yeah, whatever.
creators and me to talk about what defines Star Wars to each of us if we were to break it down.
Hey, full fat videos. One that's actually half decent for once. Cool.
Yeah, I've
to
heard
just-
of him.
Well, let's just say he's not like I don't know what his politics are or anything like that, but he's not retarded like Brown Table.
One thing. There's a lot of incredible pro Star Wars stuff here from a lot of incredible people, so make sure you catch all of it in the Star
God.
Wars Defined
oh.
playlist. I linked it below. Hey everyone!
Oh wait. Owen likes comics. Also, was there? Oh yeah. Oh fuck me.
God damn
I
it.
actually, Owen likes comics. I kind of like his retrospect of some comic miniseries. Those are pretty interesting.
No NFL team.
What?
I don't even do that to you, Replica. I only do that to Diego.
Okay.
No.
What the heck, man?
Look, I just need to make it clear. You've made me paranoid.
The
Welcome
fuck?
to the stream. Click the retarded button together. You can replace airborne for now. And if you don't want to do that, then go away. Go G-O-A-O-A-Y.
What the fuck just happened? What the hell? What the hell, Replica? What is going on?
Latvian. Michael, he's just one of those people who likes to spam the chat with like music in the musical bot.
Never
The second he comes in, and
NFL thing.
I am sick and tired of him doing that. He did that once during a podcast. I never let that happen again.
Holy
Michael's
shit!
a
Alright,
good communicator. He
Michael,
just needs
get
to
it down,
control
or
his freaking impulses.
I'm watching.
I like how your presence just throw off the whole freaking thing. All right, so
Why
that's
are
usually
we
what happens
at
at our
literally
school.
just a minute and 30? What's this guy even
We're
saying?
efficient.
Why I love the Last Jedi? Sparking to heck no.
And you can't,
This dude is so. Oh gosh, let's just.
you
Oh,
can't
no.
really. I mean, I can't
Hey,
say you're
everyone.
wrong for the last,
Did you
like
hear I
in the
get
last
to do this
Jedi.
super
can you please not press play when somebody's still talking?
Sorry.
Thank
You
very much.
you said we will get to this. We will finish this really fast.
Yes, we will because he says nothing. Okay, he does say things, but look, we won't have to pause it much, unless we literally have problems with everything it says. Which
Yeah,
Which is
gonna
most
have-
likely, considering he's
I-
talking about the Last Jedi.
I just
Yeah.
assumed because I was able to listen to him without yelling at him like I do with these other guys, that we will be whatever. Just go with the freaking video.
cool collaboration with a bunch of other YouTubers about Star Wars, and it's going to be all.
cares.
Yeah. Anyway, choosing just one thing. Right.
Oh no.
Do I go for the 1977 original and gush about the first time John Williams threw down Binary Sunset? Do I talk about how Empire Strikes
Yes.
Back is just 124 minutes of peak sci-fi that allowed Star Wars to be everything it is today? Do I get all
Yes.
choked up talking about the glorious
Yet you talk about The Last Jedi, arguably, no, not arguably, the worst Star Wars movie.
Ever.
emotional final minutes of Return of the Jedi, or how, you know what? How I actually love the prequels. I could go
Yes.
into all that glorious ILM technical wizardry, or Jewel of the Fates, or how much I stan Natalie Portman as Padme. I could talk about how much I adore Obi-Wan or Palpatine, or almost any element of Revenge of the Sith, especially all the things I feel during the execution of Order 66. But is that really the part of Star Wars I feel the strongest about?
Yes,
Do I
yes,
talk
it
about
is.
that
Yeah.
badass Samurai Jack animated show that blew my mind as a kid, or about how Rogue One reminds me of all the things I love about the original? Do I take
Yes,
a deep
and
dive
yes.
into how The Force Awakens means the world to me, or how
No.
It means world to me. Okay.
Oh gosh.
The fascinating thing, like while I was watching it, I got
Oh god damn it. Okay, where's my pill? Okay, who?
the things
Okay.
I love about the original.
everyone take your cyanide tablets.
Okay.
Do I take a deep dive into how The Force Awakens means the world to me, or
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Oh no, Replica's dying on the inside. Hey Replica, you better
Okay.
watch out. I'm going to get jacked.
Oh my
Okay.
god, her face. Oh my god, her face.
Okay.
or how Solo and The
Okay.
Mandalorian display the wonderful versatility of the Star Wars universe.
What?
I can actually agree with that, with Solo and the Mandalorian being.
I don't
more-
agree with Solo because it's
What does
pretty.
versatility mean?
The only good part of Solo is when I saw Darth Maul with his synthetic legs.
Oh, that's terrible, Michael. It makes no sense and it contradicts all.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to watch.
It was cool because it was from a movie that makes sense.
It also it makes more sense because in Star Wars Rebels.
I know. And Darth Maul becomes a Prime Lord of Mandalore.
Well, I wasn't. Okay.
The answer is no. I don't talk about any of that because the thing that defines Star Wars
Oh, God,
to me
prepare
and
yourself.
everything I love most about it.
Okay, he's saying what defines Star Wars to him. So obviously this is his opinion, so we really don't need to talk about this that much. But anyways, that's our
Oh yeah,
job, so let's do it.
That's also why I said that this is a short video.
Yeah.
It's mostly we're going to point out how he gets his feelings from nothing.
Yeah.
But this is going to undoubtedly trigger you guys. So prepare yourselves. This is going to be quite rough for you guys.
Oh boy.
3, 2, 1.
Is this?
Yes. You guys started without me. That's
Pretty cool.
Hey, Airboy.
Oh.
Check this out. What defines Star Wars for him?
Wars to me and everything I love most
Oh,
about
no.
it
Oh,
is
God.
this.
Oh my god.
It's not the moment when Anakin throws the Emperor, down to save his son. It's not. It's just this fucking.
It's not. It's not. I am your father. It's not. It's not. It's not Obi-Wan's death. It's not Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
Well, I'm not sure those really count because it's more like it's more to do with like the themes of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like how stupid that sounds. Like when Anakin throws him down, it's like he gives up everything to save Luke. Son.
What does this have to do with Star Wars at all?
Nothing.
God.
Oh yeah, by the way, for our viewers, Michael is like a semi-regular guy who just shows up whenever he wants.
Yeah.
He's not exactly an official member. Latvian is kind of like that too, but he does not appear enough to be part of the cast, whatever the hell that is.
God.
Well, part of the Jedi
So
Council.
what did he say in his other 3 minutes that I missed?
Well, we can actually watch that because that's just him going like jargon. So I'll just speed it up and you can listen to it. Yeah.
Oh, please, not again.
Oh, don't worry. Airborne's got the capacity to hear this. Why is it not speeding up?
What defines Star Wars to me? Well, I hear that question and there's immediately like, I don't know, 1,000 things that start running.
Alright, let's see here. A New Hope
What?
shot. I want to look at all these shots right here. A New Hope, yeah, sure.
Empire.
Empire, like Luke vs. Vader, yeah. Opening of Coruscant, yeah. Rey's introduction, it's alright.
Back to the Clones. Jyn Urso. Empire Strikes Back. Swamps with Yoda.
That was Phantom Menace. Oh, the Darth Maul fight. That ending was a pretty decent ending. Battle of Hoth. Oh yeah. The Jedi Arena battle. Yeah, that was pretty good. Luke training.
Through my head, I'm
Chewie, we're home. Luke versus Vader. Okay, he's got some good picks right here.
Okay.
Why doesn't he go? Why doesn't he go with any? Why doesn't he go with any of these?
I'm giving up on the pretense that this video is
I'm-
going to be short.
Star Wars after all. I mean, like, yeah, pretty much all of Star
Oh,
Wars.
no.
So where would I even start? There's so many stories, so many scenes, so many moments and actions and ideas across so many mediums that the easiest
Mandalorian. Yeah.
answer to what defines Star Wars to me would just be to say, well, all
Okay,
That's a game.
okay. The good general's here, but he's not in the voice chat.
Oh.
No, he's only in the watch together.
Okay, why did we
What?
restart it?
Oh,
Is he in the watch together voice chat?
He's only in the watch together place. He's not in this podcast.
Tell him to join the voice chat if he wants to.
what if I
Okay.
had to find just one story, one scene, one moment or action or idea that I see everything I love about this
can
amazing,
we slow this
gigantic,
down?
beautiful
Wait. Yeah, it's back.
Why does it
Okay.
keep getting paused?
Okay, who seriously keeps restarting it? It's annoying.
below. Hey
Okay.
everyone, did you hear I
Deviant.
get to do
I'ma
this
kick him
super
out.
cool collab?
Okay.
At least he thinks all of
I'm
the
just
spectacles in the original are good.
I'm just kidding, David. I'm just kidding.
and
I don't think it was you at all.
Oh, for fuck.
All right.
Full,
Let's
totally
keep going.
weird space that sets my imagination on fire. That's what we're doing here. The rise of Skywalker is upon us, so my boy Mauricio from Brown Table has brought together a group of amazing creators and me.
Yeah. Oh, fucking
And-
hell. Okay.
Okay,
All right, so
Sets my
Who keeps
imagination.
saying
yeah, that was
that?
he said Brown. Okay, fuck it. Just we're gonna just watch it at normal. I wanted to speed it up, and then I.
it's user CFYAH.
Okay, cool.
I used to hate I used to like Brown Table, but now I kind of think that they're
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah. He referenced Brown Table, Mr. Sexual Harassment.
Also him saying that that Onward was great.
Onward. What was that? I don't recall.
Newest
boring.
Pixar movie. It was boring.
I
Why
don't-
Pixar?
Skywalker is upon
You
us,
made
so
my
my boy Mauricio from
childhood.
Brown Table has brought together a group of amazing creators and me to talk about what defines Star Wars to each of us if we were to break it down.
Option and so let's see. We got Captain Midnight. We got
Oh
Nando
god,
the
it's make
Movies,
stuff.
got
I didn't
Full
even pay
Fat Videos.
attention.
Oh, Full Fat Videos did theirs on Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Is that the only good one?
And
here?
Owen
To just
Owen
one
likes
thing. A lot of
comics.
incredible pro Star Wars stuff here from a lot of
We covered that, didn't we?
we did.
Yeah, all right. I'm really interested in your that when you guys responded to that Last Jedi saved the prequels video. I will after this. I will watch it.
Fun.
Oh, I really wish I was
Honestly,
there.
like it was. Yeah.
from a lot of incredible people, so make sure you catch all of it in the Star Wars Defined playlist.
Inger defined Star Wars. Okay.
I linked
Okay,
it below.
how-
Hey everyone, do you hear? I get to do this super cool collaboration with a bunch of other YouTubers about Star Wars. It's gonna be
All right, stop. Question. How much videos of the Star Wars Define you guys covered?
Too many.
We've covered Last Jedi saving the prequels. I believe that's all we've covered so far.
Ah,
Yeah, that,
okay.
that video was horrible.
okay.
It
So,
really didn't say anything.
Oh yeah, it was essentially
there are
was-
68 videos.
it was essentially that horrific video that I mean
Bruh.
that moment when Luke goes like,
At the height of their
And that-
powers, they allowed Darth Sidious to rise up and wipe them out.
"The legacy, the Jedi failure." That's
Yeah, it was
he
pretty bad.
thought that was a brilliant line, which shows
All right.
just how stupid it is.
let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, choosing just one thing. Right. Do I go for the 1977 original and gush about the first time John Williams threw down Binary Sunset? Do I talk about how Empire Strikes
No, that would be
Back
boring.
is just 124 minutes of peak sci-fi that allowed Star Wars to be everything it is today? Do I get all choked up talking about the gloriously emotional final minutes of Return of the Jedi, or how,
Yes, that's exactly what you do.
you know what? How I actually love the prequels. I could go into all that
Yeah. All right, he gets a free pass for now.
all that glorious ILM technical wizardry or Jewel of the
Yep.
Fates, or how much I stan Natalie Portman as Padme. I could talk about how much I adore Obi-Wan or Palpatine or almost any element of Revenge of the Sith, especially all the things I feel during the execution of Order 66. But is that really the part of Star Wars I feel the strongest about? Do
It should be.
I talk about that badass Samurai Jack animated
Oh,
show that
yeah.
blew my mind as a kid,
Oh,
or
yeah.
about how
Clone Wars is amazing, but none of the moments touch OG6.
Rogue One reminds me of all the things I love about the original? Do I take a deep dive into how The Force Awakens means the world to me, or how Solo and the
Yeah, don't do that.
Mandalorian display the wonderful
So
versatility
do
of the
do
Star
that
Wars
because we want to
universe?
see.
I think the Mandalorian kind of did what Solo was trying to do.
Yeah, I kind of see it like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
So a lot of
answer
grit.
is no. I don't talk about any of that.
Don't talk about the good stuff. Talk about the Last Jedi.
movies. Wait.
Oh!
Defines Star Wars to me and everything I love most about
All right. That's it. That's it. The only one that presses the button from now on is Latvian Dragon.
Okay, you
Yes.
realize that,
All
that
right,
was just
let's
me, and I just restored
let's
it, right?
revel in
Okay,
this moment
Okay,
again.
who else pauses this video will be game ended.
Okay, that's
Alright,
fine.
What the
I'm
fuck is
doing
that?
it because
All right,
I-
let's revel in this. Let's revel in this again. Come on, let's
Oh,
play the
alright.
video.
everything I love most about it is this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this
And he gets a ton of dislikes. Bravo.
All right, done. He's
I'm
canceled.
finally talking about The Last Jedi. Look, I know having anything nice to say about this movie on the internet ain't the wisest of ideas. It's been a while since I've discussed it because I'm just tired. A lot of you are probably still very mad at this movie, and that's okay with me. I rebuke none of how you feel. If The Last Jedi isn't representative of what defines Star Wars for you, that's fine. It does.
Oh, it's
Okay.
not just that. It spits in the face of anything that represents Star Wars.
It certainly does.
I mean,
It's a
if you like postmodernism, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
No, it's
You
not.
unlove terrible person. But
It's-
like
Ah,
that's
yeah.
not what Star Wars is. Star Wars is not about postmodern, pessimistic, terrible, bullshit realism.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. You
Okay.
want to know? Okay. KOTOR 2. It's the Last Jedi done right with the deconstruction of Jedi or all of that, the Force nonsense.
Yep.
Explain.
There was one that. Okay, there was one video that explains it way more. I forgot. Okay, but I think it's called the Last Jedi versus KOTOR 2. I think it was something called like that.
Okay, but look,
Give
look.
us the rundown, please.
Yeah, nobody plays KOTOR 2. Not because it's a bad game, but because it's just obscure. Like what does it do?
Give us a basic rundown of his talking points.
Okay. Whatever.
You gotta like
Let's just-
watch the video.
I assume it's something along the lines of you have to understand the tropes of Star Wars before you can deconstruct and reconstruct them.
Yeah. Something like that. Okay.
Whoever's in the background.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and put sensitivity all the way down.
Okay.
Certainly.
It does, however, represent a whole damn lot for me, though, and that's what I'm talking about here. This is why I love it. I'm not asking you to agree
I can
with me.
still
at all.
hear
This is
people.
only what I personally get from the movie. Maybe just, I don't know, listen to what I have to say. Because I have a lot to say about The Last Jedi. This video won't even be all of it. It couldn't possibly be all of it, because all that matters now is why this moment right here best exemplifies all that Star Wars is to me. Let's talk about so many mediums that the easiest
Okay,
Oh my god.
the heck did that?
I
Yeah.
literally said nobody but Latvian.
Okay.
I
Okay.
remember
Okay.
the timestamp.
now
Here
is
we go.
why
Stop,
this
stop.
moment
Stop. All right. Okay. Replica. The good general sent you that video I was talking about. Okay. It's
I
on
see it.
site 19. The Last Jedi versus KOTOR 2, a study in deconstruction. Okay.
Well,
You
I mean,
will
do you
watch
want me
it
to watch
later.
that now or what?
Watch it.
No.
Watch it later.
Yeah, but like
Guys.
at that point, it will still be relevant.
I just recommend you to watch it.
I understand, but you made a point, and you should probably back it up, and you didn't. So
Okay, it happens to me all the time. I'm just talking out of my ass.
I'm just saying that there was probably a really good point about that there that you're not utilizing at all.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'll. You know what? Next stream we'll give you like, you'll be out there and you'll. I don't know what the next stream is going to be about. I probably not say that.
It's gonna
The
be.
next stream
It's
is
not gonna
going
be
to
for a
be
while.
about
Okay,
Oh
we can
yeah,
agree on that.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Well, okay then. Well, you know what? I'll just assume that it does because everybody loves code art. Who knows about it? I
Yeah.
pretty much universally loved. So,
Yeah,
if you hate the game and you're in the comments, then I'm
People
sorry, I guess.
People talk about when they talk about being apathetic towards Star Wars after the Last Jedi came out. Then they're connecting that to Krea's monologue, "Apathy is death."
That's actually
It's
100% true.
because apathy was the death of Star Wars.
Oh, definitely.
People just weren't interested in seeing their favorite franchise get destroyed. Not that they even cared anymore, just that they weren't interested in seeing it.
Okay.
Most people like ER just won't go anymore because they don't feel like seeing it. They don't feel like supporting precedent of getting their franchises obliterated.
Not that we're much different. It's just that we haven't given up on the prequels.
Oh no, I am absolutely a hypocrite. I was forced to go watch Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
that-
wait. If you're a hypocrite for watching it, doesn't that kind of make me like good for not watching bad movies?
Yeah, but you pirated them, or you can pirate them.
Why did you say that on stream?
Holy what the fuck, Airborne? Yeah, like who cares anymore?
Whatever. I mean, ER pirated too, and it's not like he's
Okay.
arrested. So
Okay,
he announced that he pirated it.
Moment right here best exemplifies all that Star Wars is to me.
Wait a
Let's
minute.
talk about.
Why did you just assume I pirated it? I have the original trilogy. My computer doesn't have a DVD player, so I have to like get a downloaded version.
Oh, you don't also have a DVD player.
You know, now
Hey.
you're talking about it more than I did.
Yeah.
You're
okay.
retarded. Let's continue the video.
Okay. Okay, that video
Why are they showing this scene when talking about Hope? You know, the scene where throws a lightsaber over the cliff for haha funnies.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's about to talk about that, so there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's just that it's just that deconstruction video that I was talking about. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember what it was, what that video was about, but not really the details.
Say it right now or stop talking about it.
Okay, just want to point that out.
You don't remember.
Yeah,
You point out that you remember it, but you're not going to talk about how you remember it.
Sorry.
It's a big deal in The Last Jedi. Actually, it's a pretty big deal in Star Wars in general. If we go all the way back to 1977 and look at... Well, there it is. Hope. Georgie Boy...
Yeah, that's not 1977.
That is what I don't have for the series now.
That's 1997, I believe.
Yeah.
Made sure that by the time the
Dumb,
1981
stupid, or dumb.
re-release rolled around, we knew what was up, but even before the subtitle was attached to it, the OG Star Wars adventure had red-hot hope running through its veins. As a matter of fact, hope motivates the entire story here. A rebel prince...
That's true. I don't see how this relates to the destruction of the Star Wars tropes in The Last Jedi, because it's the opposite of hope. It's just despair and terrible humor.
Princess, trapped and cornered on her vessel by the Galactic Empire and totally out of options, loads the plans for the enemy superweapon that could change the tide of the conflict into a...
Oh, wait, I just want to go
They're
back.
just gonna give us a
Options loads the
summary.
plans for the enemy superweapon that could change the
I love that shot so much right there. It's a beautiful shot.
It is a pretty beautiful shot.
tide of the conflict into
And that one
a
too.
maintenance droid and
Guys,
sends it out onto a
seriously,
desert...
be careful. Be careful. Because I know, like, if you're gonna...
If you reset the video one more time, Replica is going to lose it.
I see you guys pressing the button over and over again. Like, one guy is supposed to do it. I ordered Latvian to do it. I'm playing a video game right now. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm making you your. Never mind.
Just
Okay.
if you wanted to stop, tell Latvian to stop the video. Say stop it.
Okay.
Pause the video. I don't know.
Alright.
Just whatever. or whatever. Just move on.
Let's go.
Find a hermit space wizard who could potentially deliver the plans
Not
to
a
their
fucking
intended
space
destination.
wizard. Ah!
That might seem like nothing more than a desperate gamble, and like, yeah, it is. But that's what I think hope is all about. When you're the little guy fighting the losing battle against the combined might of organized intergalactic oppression, hope is all you have left, and that's what you've got to hold on to. I think writer-director Ryan Johnson saw that at a really fundamental level, and...
Okay, so just...
No, he didn't.
Speaking...
No, he didn't. He did not see
What?
hope at all in the series. Because
Okay.
Basically, like,
I would like to say something.
Right?
In The Last Jedi, we're supposed to believe that Holdo's plan represents hope, right?
theoretically.
Yes.
Then
Not theoretically, yeah.
Then why do Poe, Finn, and Rose care more about hope than Holdo? Holdo would rather see her crew become absolutely, horrified that they might die instead of just, calming them with hope. Why? I mean, every time another piece of Holdo's plan works, we're filled with dread. How is The Last Jedi about hope? It's not a desperate gamble that she makes. It's something that would have ended the entire Resistance.
Yeah.
And just on another note, when do Star Wars ships run out of fuel ever? Like this is like
No, not even that. I can actually that's not true. Ships have been running out of fuel. But why does a military ship run out of fuel after a hyperspace jump in 18 hours of flight? Surely they'd have more than
coming
that.
from base.
Yeah, and why do they like?
It's ridiculous.
Obi-Wan's ship could travel to the Outer Rim from Coruscant with 1 tank of fuel.
Yeah. I'm going to hit
Yeah, like
now because
the Resistance must be incredibly underprepared.
obviously.
I thought, yeah. I mean,
Unless they literally like donated all their fuel to all the fighters that fight in TFA.
They donated it to all those Twitch streams.
bettered that same in The Last Jedi. I mean,
What the fuck?
It's right there in the opening crawl. When all...
Oh, so it's in the opening crawl, therefore it's a theme in the movie. I would just like to paste a little comment in the Site 19 real quick.
Let me take a look. I'll read it out.
It's from IDR Labs.
Let's see here. The Last Jedi wasn't The Last Jedi wasn't a deconstruction, but a destruction. Destruction implies something skillful, and deconstruction implies something skillful and careful. In The Last Jedi, they burned everything down.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It reminds me about what Mahler said. Like, they were looking, like, somebody was looking to, like, Ryan was, like, looking to deconstruct or something, and, like, Mahler was like, I'm thinking destroy was more the word you were looking for.
Yeah.
Lost, where do you find that spark of hope when everything around you is falling apart and you're on the losing side? Where do you find the inspiration to stay in the fight and not just give up? For Rey, Leia, and the entire Resistance, that spark is none other than Luke Skywalker.
Pause.
You go away.
Welcome to my...
Why is he showing footage of a different movie?
Podcast.
Why is he showing footage of a different movie instead of the one that's relevant to, his
What
argument?
movie is he showing? I can't see it right now.
He was showing The Force Awakens in regards to hope in The Last Jedi.
Oh well, okay then. I mean, like I mostly don't understand this point because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, I mean, like hope is. I mean,
Hope is like the sun.
People in general need hope to like live. Hope for a better future and all that.
That's a good point.
Ask me that postmodernist nihilism all the way, bro.
It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Hope to keep fighting, that's a good thing. But it's like, I mean, like most people, their families, are kind of like enough. to like inspire.
I'm heading out again. Continue without me.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
whatever.
Continue.
This video isn't really all that special anyway, so I don't think I'm
Walker,
missing out on
Jedi
much.
Wait, you're
Master.
just
If
leaving
he can
now?
face down the whole
I'll be
First
back.
Order, then maybe, just maybe, they
Schwarzenegger.
might actually stand a chance.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I told.
Alright.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay,
Alright, see ya. I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Okay, whatever. We might finish in 10 minutes. I hope.
But
Oh, it's almost done.
Luke's-
No, it's
Only
5
13.
minutes. It's only 5 minutes in.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, 13 minutes left.
Well, yeah. So anyway, Hope is like it's Hope is not one of those. It's not like Will, where it's this energy bar that like has to go up and down. It makes the biggest difference. But I mean, like Hope is important. It's just whatever the fuck they're doing in the Last Jedi, it's not none of that shit is hopeful. That's for sure. Also, Michael, don't run away, you coward! What the hell? Why is Michael leave too? He's supposed to be his replacement after all. Okay, he's back.
I'm
Good.
still here. I'm still here.
Okay, lesser people equals more talking points. That
Wonderful.
doesn't become just a talking discussion.
Wonderful.
Talking
Gone.
discussion. Okay,
He's vanished.
let's move
Our
on.
heroes spend the entirety of The Force Awakens trying to recover a fragment of a map to where they think Luke might be. I mean, no one really has any idea, but again, that's Hope. The map to the first Jedi Temple on, there is a gamble.
Forgot the name.
There.
Is a gamble, but with literally
It's awkward,
no
isn't
other
it?
options, they're all in. I mean, the Resistance needs Luke Skywalker. And so, when Rey finally finds him, she carries with her the hope of everyone in the galaxy who opposes the tyranny of the First Order. And not just that, no. Rey finds herself standing before the only person that she believes can show her her place in all this, that can show her
Yep.
where and
Okay, how the heck does that cloak even stay on him? Like, no tie or anything.
an ordinary
Ah,
orphan
yeah.
girl from Jakku
Whoa,
fits in a
whoa. That cloak is real, so I mean, it's obviously hanging on to something. It's not a CGI cloak. What? All right, hold up.
ordinary orphan girl from Jakku fits in amongst the illustrious heroes that surround her. She holds out the symbol of all that hope, Anakin's lightsaber, an artifact of the old Jedi Order, a
At least she knows that lightsaber is from Anakin's, not Rey's.
Yeah. Oh, it's so great how she never gets her own lightsaber, except towards the end when there's no more fighting to do. Frickin'
Yeah.
hell.
relic
Well,
of
there's
the
probably
Skywalker
going to be
legacy
some form of sequel trilogy.
Yeah, where it's revealed says she was actually possessed by Palpatine. Because it makes sense.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna do that. It's gonna be like Palpatine has possessed Poe.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, I mean, like that's like something they would do because like Poe is the closest thing to a white man, so it would just be a perfect like way for them to just once again just wreck everything that they're still
Yeah.
good.
They already ruined his origin from the comics. Like, come on, guys. Stop
Whose
ruining
origin?
him.
lost over
Okay.
3 decades ago, and when Luke takes it in his hand,
Okay, Paul Dameron had a comic series that takes place before The Force Awakens, and Rise of Skywalker just contradict everything of that, because Paul Dameron was a son of former Rebel members. So why the hell he became a spice trader and joined Lori Blitz? Blitz or Bliss? I fucking remember. I don't- Bliss, whatever.
Zori
Oh.
Bliss, that's her name.
Yeah.
hands, I see the emotion it stirs in him etched right across his face. Then
Okay, really. At the end of TFA, it's cloudy. My favorite weather conditions, and then in TLJ it's sunny. Like where do all the
And
clouds go?
I mean,
Where
that's
do-
just a nitpick. Like, I'm not,
well,
not to
so
like
Ray,
say that
some
we're-
faces sad, but in TLJ, it's sort of.
Yeah.
Again, how does that cloak even stay on?
Yeah, well, yeah, I agree. What the fuck is that on?
I mean,
Oh.
it's possible that he's using the Force, but I don't think he would use the Force for something so little.
Oh, that cloak, that can stay on as long as he doesn't like move his arms back too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you mean if it's cloudy, but I mean, let's just be honest, it's mostly a nitpick. What the hell is this?
Well,
Oh,
What
Uh,
the fuck is this?
okay. See, I feel like The Last Jedi is actually interrogating hope as a concept in Star Wars, or more, my relationship with it. Luke taking that.
What?
You know, that's you're just it's just your subjectivisms, and you can. And I mean, I'm glad that it's your relationship with hope, but you know, that doesn't mean like.
Well, I mean, like the other movies give great amounts of hope, but like one of the biggest problems people have with this one in general is just you know, it's sort of like when I watched the movie Shaun of the Dead. Like that movie was pretty funny for the most part, but after his mother died and all that shit happened, I wasn't exactly happy at the end because I mean, he lost so many good things, and the movie pretty much doesn't even give a shit about that.
yeah,
Like I know the movie's a comedy, but still, I mean, almost all the Resistance dies, and nobody gives a shit. Like,
all right.
it's-
In
If
fact,
you,
they're
if you,
very happy at the end.
okay, if you thought the end of Shaun of Dead was sad, you haven't seen this. What was the called again? The World's End, another one.
after seeing what he had to say about the prequels, I don't want to ever watch a Simon Pegg movie again.
Yeah, I just wanted to rewatch that comedy trilogy just because I was interested.
World's End does legitimately look like a cool movie, but I actually
Yeah.
saw Simon Pegg. I saw Simon Pegg a week ago. Like he was in an interview for a new movie he did. It's kind of interesting.
That symbol of hope and just lobbing it over a cliff like it's nothing is shocking, no doubt about it. But that's the point, right? I
No.
mean, what did we?
If he just throwed it in front of him, that will be just fine. But just throwing it like in a comedic fashion, like, come on.
Expect that he was
There's
just
no
gonna be
denying. There's absolutely no denying whatsoever that Ryan Johnson partially played that whole sequence for laughs.
Yeah.
Like he's tone deaf. Absolutely, totally tone deaf.
all like,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry for dipping like that in a time of crisis. What can I do to help?
hey, no shame at all. That's totally what I expected. I, like Rey and Leia and the entire Resistance, 100% thought it was going to go down that way, or at least something along those lines.
I
but
don't know
that
what they
would've
were
just-
thinking. They just sent Ray down there for some reason.
I will say that that Luke's lightsaber does look thicker than usual. Like, I'm serious. Like, it actually looks better. I like the original because that's the original, but for some reason, it actually looks like thicker for some reason. Could just be the way they did it.
Been so
Okay.
easy. Their faith and my own would have been immediately rewarded if we rest our hopes on the heroes of old. They'll
Yeah, but-
save us.
but
End of
that-
story.
yeah, but
I
that-
think Luke.
Luke isn't a hero of old. He's just older than before.
He just literally just survived the what's it called? The Empire. That's basically it.
Look, if you you're mistaking some legendary figure with like a real person you know, just doing more of what you expected him to do earlier. You know, because like the reason why, the psychological reason why people think this makes sense is because he's old. Well, I mean, he might be old, but it doesn't matter. He's still got the Force. He could still be like Yoda if he wants. Like, there's no reason why he wouldn't be able to help out here. Like, but like obviously the whole reason why he's even run away and doesn't make any damn sense. But it's
holding fast
Just
and being
so
like,
dumb.
nope, I bailed for a reason, paves the way for something
Yeah,
far
you
stronger,
bailed.
something I find
Instead
more
of fixing your
complex and
problems.
challenging and ultimately more powerful.
More powerful.
more powerful to abandon the ones you love, guys.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The
When we meet Luke again in The Last Jedi, he's done a pretty hard reset on his life. Consider it a later life crisis of sorts, except rather than taking it up on a tropical beach with a Twi'lek waitress and blue milk cosmopolitan in hand, he's gone full hermit on a hidden island occupied by fish nuns and gerbil chickens. And Chewie, why would you even?
he's okay, he's not really an animal, but if you
Why?
see,
It caused me physical hurt that this guy actually thinks the porgs anything but just fucking.
I'm sure they're
Porgs-
tasty.
Oh, yeah, okay, I guess I'd also hunt them for food, but
I mean, if I were a dog and I smelled chicken, I would eat them. Not implying if I were an animal and I were a meat eater, then I would eat them.
yeah,
Especially when they're cooked.
okay.
Okay,
Oh.
how the heck does this thing have emotion? It's impossible. Well, not impossible. Forget it. I'm going into gibberish.
Luke's the last of the Jedi Order, and after losing his nephew to the dark side through the briefest instinctual urge, one that he immediately backed down on, mind you, he's ready to just
this day there's no way of defending that one, but people still keep on defending that. That Luke you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
This is Luke. This is Luke's last fight in the series, by the way.
Of course, because Disney wants it to be all about feminism.
This fucking image is so hard to look at for me.
just
It's
fade into
so
obscurity
insulting.
and let the ancient Jedi religion fade with him. And hey, that was no easy thing for me to stomach at first. Old man Luke is a long way from the 19-year-old
how it
kid we
is for
first
you,
met
dude.
stranded on
You just
Tatooine
stomach it all.
with dreams of sailing through the stars. But since then, and after all he's been through, Luke has had a lot of time to think, and I feel like a lot of the conclusions he draws, challenging as they might be, actually have a whole lot of wisdom behind them.
Now that they're
Lucas.
extinct, the Jedi are romanticized, deified. But if you strip away the myth and look at their deeds, the legacy of the Jedi is failure.
Not
I
for the
mean-
lack of trying, mind you.
Yeah, I mean, gosh,
I use
it's
an
not
analogy.
failure.
From
It's just that's what they want. And I think it's all coming from a very pessimistic, modernistic thing. And obviously, the film has been rewritten such in a way from the original.
Yep.
I'm going to say basis. So obviously, it's going to have very modernistic traits, and it's really sad because you take a very fun, wonderful universe and you just turn it upside down, and quite literally, and you shake all the men and hope, quite literally, and happiness and cherishness that people have put into this universe out of it, and then you just have just a very politically correct insanity that is now Star Wars.
Replica,
Yep.
can I use an analogy from the Foundation?
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Foundation doesn't fail whenever they can't contain a Napoleon-class SCP. It just means that was uncontainable. Like, Palpatine couldn't have lost in the prequels.
Yeah, I totally get where
that
he's
was
coming
a terrible analogy.
I know.
They might have been the galaxy's greatest warriors, but they were also pretty morally all over the place and lived by more
Bullshit.
contradictions than I can probably count.
Okay, look. It's okay. I will admit this. I love the prequels. I think they're great in and of themselves. I think they are also great because they sponsored a lot of memes. But I believe they're also very unique and individual movies. What I don't believe is the fact that for all this time, ever since Disney basically took over, they've always been planting in their movies a loss of morals. So now it's not necessarily that the bad is putting things off and the good is there to right it. Now it's that both sides need to be eliminated for this grayish type of Jedi, which is an interesting concept, yes. But now that you see what Disney's done to it over the next 10 years and over a decade, and now we have the Star Wars universe as it is now. So personally, I would prefer to see a alternate universe where the prequels were being done. I think they still were, but where the prequels were done without any influence of political correctness or of Disney in that matter. So that way we would not have the mess that it is The Last Jedi now.
What?
Okay.
The prequels aren't politically correct.
No, I'm not saying they are. But I'm saying, I'm not sure. When did Disney take over? 2012, 2011? I can't remember.
2012. And in
Okay.
2013...
Disney has caused an Ouroboros cycle in their movies, and the only way to fix that is by morally gray BS.
Okay.
Continue, Michael.
Okay.
Seedy old Sheev took over everything from right under their noses and then wiped them all out. That's not exactly the most inspiring of legacies, and I think Luke feels...
But that's not about the Jedi, that's about the Sith.
No, look, I mean, they could repair it, it's not impossible for them to repair the...
Yeah, I mean, Luke even tried until Kylo Ren decided to go haywire and started burning stuff down, which is good, yes. Because, in a world where you can telepathically probably do stuff really, really easily, or via the Force probably connect your mind to another's mind or whatever. I mean, why didn't Luke, and this is just me personally, why didn't Luke just do something like this? Okay, Kylo Ren, in the 0.1 seconds that you're about to bring down the house on me and burn down this temple, how about I convey to you that I thought you were going dark and all this stuff, and I'm really sorry. And then Kylo... I mean, these guys are people... I mean, we even saw at the beginning of The Force Awakens. I do not like that movie. I'm just saying. I'm using it as an example. That we saw Kylo Ren freeze... a laser bolt? Or what? I'm not quite sure. Or plasma, whatever. We saw
It stopped the laser blast in midair.
Yeah. So obviously they do contain some amount of telekinesis or telepathy or whatever you want to call it to stop time, obviously, or at least control it in certain environments. So, I mean, this is just me personally. Why didn't Luke just say, okay, I'm going to pause everything? Why didn't he just basically hit the pause button, convey that to his nephew, who's the son of Han, hey man, I really don't want to get killed, and look, I thought you were going to the dark side.
Michael, I appreciate what you're doing here, but the whole segment is stupid anyway, because he drops the roof on Luke and himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a stupid
movie. And Luke gets knocked out, but he doesn't.
Which makes no sense whatsoever because he's a younger person.
Oh yeah, and also something I realized watching the scene is that Luke, like he raises his saber, and then he like lowers it a bit, and Kylo wakes up looking at him, like lowering his saber and looking really intensely at his face, like him assuming it's an attack, like that's really stupid from like a character standpoint. Like
that's a far stretch, and all Luke really had to do is if Luke actually just did this, if Luke just said, "Come, youngling, it is time to train," all of that could have been avoided, and then Ben would be like, "Oh, it's time to train in the middle of the night. What are we doing now, Master Skywalker?" But yes, I agree. The entire scene is absolute stupidity.
That would also be stupid. Like it's very obvious that Luke was there because he had a problem with. Like that's really the frustrating thing with it.
What have I missed so far?
Why would you kill him? Like, why would you even try to kill him? You know that he's powerful. I mean, you've been training him. You've seen he's powerful. Don't try to kill him. Don't.
Try to kill him. You're Luke Skywalker. Okay. I mean, obviously, killing him in his sleep. That's something Luke would never do. But I mean, because a lot of people say this.
Okay,
my thing is, why don't you just purge him? Like, say, dude, you have this darkness inside of you. Purge yourself. I'll help you with it, but don't go to the dark side. It's bad,
Yes.
Okay, here's my little rewrite right here. Luke trains more aggressively with Kylo, and Kylo takes it the wrong way.
Perhaps.
pretty
Okay.
disillusioned by all that now that the
Okay.
Or perhaps inaction. You know, allowing
Okay.
him to become evil and doing nothing to stop it because you feel it might fail.
Well, that would be
Sort of,
rather depressing.
sort of repeating the mistakes of the Jedi, but in a different way.
Okay. 9 more minutes, people. 9 more minutes.
Wonderful.
the very same thing happened.
Okay. If we finish by
Move.
okay until
To
okay whatever.
him with Ben. He sees the cyclical nature of the whole light side, dark side, Jedi, Sith thing and all its seeming futility, so what else is there left to do but jump ship and remove the Jedi from the equation altogether?
Okay, that doesn't work because then you have an imbalance. This was a
Is he
whole.
just? I mean, like it's fine for a random character to be wrong about something like this, but not Luke Skywalker.
This guy of all people should know. I mean, he even interacts with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan should be like, "Yo, dude, like you have to stay here because there are bad people." It comes basically down to this: bad
if
does something bad, good has to fight the bad. That's basically what it is, and Disney doesn't want that. So basically, what Disney does is, okay, let's eliminate all things and then just add the bad and political correctness.
Michael, what Luke thinks will happen is that the Sith will die if the Jedi die, and there can be peace. But that's not how it works because the Sith.
Yeah, exactly. Because as we see in the next movie, I mean, it doesn't really work.
I mean, look, people they say that the Rise of Skywalker is horrible because it dropped all of this. But like, it had to drop it because it was terrible.
It was, honestly. I personally think out of the 3 of the sequels, I personally think that Rise of Skywalker was the okay. If I had to rate them, Last of the Jedi was the worst. I kind of liked Force Awakens, but that's just me. Because of action
It was a movie that was designed for you to like it, so that they could do their.
It was fun.
And then TLJ, I hated it absolutely. And then I would describe the Rise of Skywalker as the least of the worst. So it's the best of the worst. That's my personal opinion, though.
Okay.
I mean, it's got about as many plot holes as TLJ, and it's. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'll let you go with that one because it's definitely a movie that doesn't hate you as much as the other one does, but it's still not exactly friendly.
Yeah.
Is that even if he returns to the fight, he couldn't change the tide single-handedly like last time. Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't have to though. He has friends now. He's got the military.
Yeah, but Jackass, if you realize,
he did until he didn't.
Well, I mean,
never wanted
it's a stupid point anyway because this guy is like hope, bobbity boobity bop. Like the resistance. You know what Luke can provide them? Hope.
Please cue the original Star Wars theme.
I just hate this idea of an Ouroboros cycle.
I don't know what that is.
Later, it's a conclusion he came to out of desperation and fear, one that he stayed with to wallow in his pain and misery after he lost everything he turned for in the first place. But Ben wants to be Kylo Ren. He wants to revel in the dark side.
That's really weird.
That's not an easy thing to change.
Oh my god, it looks cool.
Okay, I will say there are a couple goodish takes, but you know, goodish takes don't mean anything with a bad plot.
There's some really good shots in Last Jedi. There's a.
I mean, they're handing you on it. They're handing you on it.
It's a very good movie, but it's budget. It looks good because it's expensive, because it's state-of-the-art graphics.
Yeah, like I would say
think
that I would say Ryan Johnson's
Johnson
visual
is-
direction is garbage.
It's essentially Detroit Become Human. It
What?
looks cool because they sunk funds into it.
But even Detroit
it's
Become Human had a better plot line than The Last Jedi.
And the
Luke
empathy
shoving
that Luke used to
rabbit.
turn his father last time round won't work here, and beyond
Not.
Why not?
Not.
Yes, it
I mean,
could.
He's kind of like, oh, I don't want to do it, but I also kind of want to do it. I don't know. I like Ray, but I don't like Ray, and
Ben's honestly,
I let the past die, but also, I don't know.
The past died, but at the same time be
What
Darth Vader.
what I'm saying is he's not convicted in any
Yeah.
On
way, shape,
that,
or form.
what's one warrior against the might of an entire army?
What's one Luke Skywalker, a potential leader, a man who can make like you could not to denigrate myself, but like I would say like one Luke Skywalker is like 1,000 me's. Like he brings so much to the table.
yeah.
You can basically just force choke
It's
all
like you're
the.
playing. It's like the queen in chess. He can do whatever. He's a
No,
good
the queen
motivator.
just is very weak.
No, that's the okay for noobs in chess who just know of the game of chess, Johnny. Basically, the queen is the most powerful player on the table. Now, Luke Skywalker is the queen.
It's the king that's weak.
Yeah,
Yes, but I mean the queen isn't too much
Johnny.
stronger.
The queen can kill anyone from any direction. She has all the moves.
Yeah.
But The Last Jedi doesn't let him off the hook that easy. The reality of the legend of the Jedi of Luke Skywalker might be flawed and messy and permeated by failure, but that legend counts for something, as Rey so plainly puts it.
The galaxy may need a legend.
Legends are not history, they're only derived from it. Legends are the
And this is kind of
Skywalker's legend is history.
Legends are not history. They only come from history.
Oh,
What?
now legends are decanonized.
No, he's talking about
I know.
legends in general. Oh
Look,
yeah, the
This is also. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, great. He muted his mic.
just like to say.
It's
Okay,
just
so
the
anyways,
stories we tell
okay.
to elevate.
So basically, what I was going to say, excuse me if you don't mind, Johnny, but basically, I was going to say that basically, legends. I will say this: he's using it very broadly. Legends are not always history, but they do originate from history. But in this case, it has nothing to do with history because this is an alternate thing. It's not our world. Well, theoretically, basically. In this case, this
Really,
is the
Luke Skywalker's accomplishments in the OT are actual Star Wars history.
Yeah, because
And it
Like,
was
history,
Of course. At some point, Disney is going to say, yeah, all of that stuff. That's just what the sequel trilogy people thought that it was like, and that's not actual Star Wars canon.
Legend of people, flawed and messy and permeated by failure, but also beautiful and unique and intensely human. People like
Man, I like how he shows all of those negative qualities for the OT, and then has all these beautiful descriptors for the people in the sequel trilogy.
So basically, what he's saying is the exact opposite of what you ever want to do in a story. So what he's saying is that the original trilogy, and by the way, he's completely wrong. What he's saying is the original trilogy is a complicated mess of a story. Is a too simple story with too complicated characters. And he's saying that the the sequels, and he's saying that the sequels are a complex story with simple characters, which is not what you want in any type of story. And this is going on a stretch, but as a DM in
Michael.
as a DM in D&D, good DMs know that you never want
Michael,
a complex story. Occasionally that's good, but what you want is a complex character arcs with a simple story. It doesn't need to be. So he's completely reversed.
You need compelling characters.
Exactly.
And a sensible story. Otherwise, you're gonna end up
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jedi.
And so this guy's completely flipped that around, and so he's being pessimistic, but he's being pessimistic at the past and positive towards the future, which is the exact opposite of what we see. We see that the sequels are very pessimistic. Obviously, they are, and that the past ones are very positive. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master. The old legends might be dead to him now, his own failures too crushing to move past, but after
We didn't get to see his failure.
what did he fail so bad about? What did he fail so badly? I mean, yeah, okay, your only pupil who's also your brother-in-law's son.
Well, it's not his only pupil; it's his most powerful one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, but like this guy, we're talking about Luke Skywalker here. I mean, yeah, you also had to kill, you also burnt your dad here. So I mean, get over it, man.
One
I mean,
as mature as Luke Skywalker would try to correct his deeds.
Yeah.
I'm an
visit
idiot.
from an old friend, Luke realizes what he needs to do. Be the legend the galaxy needs him to be. An old man with a laser sword facing down the whole First Order. God.
Okay, so hang on. So what he's saying is that what the movie is implying is so he's not the legend, but he needs to pretend to be the legend so they have time. Which is absolutely horrible on every single level. It is better to have a humble character who is actually a legend than having a legend who... I'm tired.
Instead of a guy pretending to show off in front of some random military people.
Yeah.
God, I love it, but why the sudden change of heart? See, the legacy of the Jedi might be failure, but it doesn't have to stay that way.
Oh, it's not!
Have to stay that way. Luke is still an icon, and Force Ghost Yoda knows that no matter how defeated his old student might feel, he still has more to give to this fight. Yoda says, you know what, you messed up, and that's okay. Embrace it. Learn from it. I think Yoda knows that the optimistic young Jedi that brought Vader back to the light hasn't exiled himself all the way out there because he doesn't care. It's because he cares so much that he can't bear the pain of knowing any of this was his fault.
I feel like you're just inventing the story in your head.
Yeah, I'm not following here.
Yeah, this dude is just basically just... Okay, so what I'm getting is
if this was Ryan's intent, and he's just like that's fine, but the Last Jedi doesn't show it.
Yeah.
He knows that Luke is heartbroken about losing his nephew, about losing...
He didn't lose it.
What
He was
the heck is that
responsible
hat?
for making him.
What the heck is that hat, though? Like, look at that. What is that?
students about
Yeah.
Did they just take, like, a rice farmer hat and just turn it into metal and make it really curved?
I don't know.
No.
losing the order he tried to restore, and that he now lives with the guilt of failing his twin sister and longtime friend.
Yeah,
Exactly,
I mean,
did he fail his sister?
No, he didn't. I mean, the alternative is leaving her to die.
So
Yeah.
much better, right?
Oh no, I can't go save my sister because I failed her.
But Yoda also knows that Luke doesn't have to let that define him. His legend can be reborn. His legacy can
Yeah, that didn't happen. He died.
Yeah.
be
Pathetically.
renewed, and in that,
Yeah. Yep.
maybe he can find some kind of redemption in his own eyes, some kind of closure. Luke can
Redemption? What?
He didn't get any redemption.
Yeah, no,
he
literally...
stalled some people. Then he died.
Yeah.
write his
Pathetically.
story, and a story is exactly what the Resistance needs right now. Because that's what
Oh, they need
don't
backup!
need a story. They need
What?
a legend. They need a Jedi Master to come out and absolutely destroy everything. They don't
They need
need...
a
Are
leader.
these
They need a real person.
are these military men and women little children?
Apparently, according to Disney.
hope comes
need-
from, right?
I need the
Stories of a
hope.
brighter past that promise a brighter future, or promises of a brighter future we haven't yet seen, a future we can only imagine. A story of the galaxy's most iconic hero walking out to face the might of all that is...
Okay, that's a great picture right there. Except for the fact that it has literally absolutely... It's useless without a good plot.
It means
Like-
nothing.
And as I actually said earlier, we can see that I was correct in my thing. He is saying that the future is brighter and not pessimistic, so obviously we were correct in our assumption that he is absolutely reversed the idea of a good story, so...
cruel and violent and hateful in the galaxy, and facing it all alone in a pacifist demonstration of glorious defiance, one man against impossible odds.
It's not defiance. He just pretends to be cool.
Yeah.
So what's so frustrating about this is that he's making it sound like here's the thing. The story wouldn't make any sense if it would still be stupid, but if he fought here and did something, like, I'm sure that would have gotten over infinitely better than what we actually got in the movie.
I mean,
Like-
I'm going to just say this.
Or what you
like,
can do
there's
is
so
have
many-
him not die.
There are so many things that could have occurred here. I mean, like, at least
He did nothing.
Yeah, he did absolutely nothing, which is so annoying. But like, look.
The only reason the First Order lost here is because they were like fooling around with this old man instead of just marching straight.
Yeah. So
Vic-
I think personally, I see this could have happened. Look, he's got a lightsaber. Okay, these things aren't moving; they're stationary, right? Okay. So what he could have,
an old man who
what he
never
could have
wielded
done-
a lightsaber. You failed.
so what he could have done is he could have used the Force, basically like accelerate himself at like Mach 1 or whatever at a high speed
Oh, that'd be
towards the
awesome.
like that would be really cool at like Mach 1 towards like one of the guy's legs. One of these whatever these perverted
Fine,
ATMs or
gentlemen.
whatever. And he could have just like chopped it off, and they would have all fallen into each other. I mean, to take like
Like an anime.
yeah, like I
I
mean,
would have
to
loved
take
nothing
down a-
more than for Luke to go full anime.
I mean, honestly,
yeah.
this ending scene is essentially an anime. They got their cool poses. They're running at each other and doing crazy Matrix dodges, and ooh, it's so cool.
That Matrix dodge is so weird.
And
It's
the sunset is setting, and it's all so Sergio Leone and everything. I don't know.
That's the
except,
kind of story-
except without the substance.
The kind of story that can resonate across the galaxy and be heard by the downtrodden and oppressed, ready to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, rise to the occasion because they heard a story and not because they actually have like.
okay. I will say this.
Okay,
if I may-
what if they fought in an area where it was like being broadcasted to the entire galaxy?
Yeah.
I cannot
will
believe
say
I have to
this.
bring this up, but Rebels actually did this well, where
but
Ezra he
it
taps into an Imperial communication frequency, and essentially like spouts this speech about how the Empire's been lying to all of these citizens for a while about like certain tism, I forget about it, and so it's like, oh yeah, this is people actually hearing about something that has some substance.
I'm
Yeah.
going to say this. I'm going to say
And
this.
just, hey, did you hear that apprentice dude hacked into an Imperial frequency tower and figured out there was some sort of lie? What's the lie, dude? I don't know.
I'm going to say this, and this is just my personal opinion now. So
Go ahead.
I think, and I have to go like right after this, after I say this,
Oh.
because I have to eat lunch really quick. And you guys will probably finish. But basically, the only thing that gave me hope for The Last Jedi was literally the ending scene with the boy. And before you jump on my case, I really hope somebody with actual knowledge actually takes that kid and makes him like destroy all the political correctness, which of course they won't. It's a hope I have, literally for the series, because it would be
Broom Boy's revenge.
Yes, well, what I'd love
You
to see
left
is
me
basically
here for no reason. You
Yeah, I'd
guys
like
are
to-
obviously the bad guys because
Yeah.
you just let it
I
go.
will-
The First
I
Order,
will-
they were assholes, but you know what? Maybe Sheev was gonna give us something good. So we're gonna. I'm
will-
gonna
I
destroy
will
you
nuke
guys. 'cause you
planet
fucked
Ching
everything up.
Chong. And all the and all the Ticos will and all the Ticos will
I will
suffer.
tower over the mountains and bury my broom deep in the headquarters of Lucasfilm.
Broom Boy's Revenge, like literally called Star Wars Episode 8, Broom Boy's Revenge.
It's the kind of story that can light the spark of hope that will burn the First Order down, and Luke hitting total nirvana through the Force as he finally, and peacefully, truly becomes one with it is just... it's a Star Wars knockout.
Didn't do anything though.
Barely did anything at all. He saved 13 people.
Minutes left. 5 minutes left.
5 minutes
And
left.
what if he actually, destroyed the entire ground force of it basically was just him and Kylo Ren. Now that would be something cool. Like,
I hate this.
both the Resistance and the First Order out of the picture instead of just Kylo Ren being like, 1v1 mate.
Yep.
And he so badly wants to kill this guy. He's just like, I'm gonna do it myself instead of using all of my resources.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, whenever people talk about Luke Skywalker, it's like standing down the whole first show. It's like, I have to remind them that he wasn't really there. Not there.
I hate that movie. You see why I don't want to watch
that's
it?
what
It's so terrible.
Scene here. This kid from Canto Bight, this kid with no name, with no real place in this story, hearing this legend of Luke Skywalker, the mythic Jedi Master, standing up to the full force of the First Order with nothing more than a lightsaber, and it sets his imagination on fire. That story...
But if you ignore the logistics behind this kid hearing this stupid story, him getting inspired by it, like thinking about it, like him getting inspired by it, that kind of makes sense. But like full-grown adults being wowed by this is pretty childish.
Hey, Luke Skywalker? Well, he like wasn't there when he fought.
He punked this screaming dude using the Force.
Fucking movie's bad.
Oh, really?
It's so ridiculously bad.
That sounds interesting. Did he actually accomplish anything? No, he just kind of showed up and did some stuff. Oh, very interesting. I'm just gonna go back to my regular job now.
I feel like it was that moment that really just truly showed how bad the film was. Like when Mahler made that example, and it was just like, wow, that's the legend. That's a story Ryan Johnson gives us the fans to like look at and be like, wow, it's
I present to you my masterpiece.
That's really what he thought was like. It's just literally a stormtrooper going like, I don't know what happened. I got no idea.
That story tells him that, hey, the little guy can make the difference, so that as he looks up out into the night sky, I think he knows
the
that
little
somewhere
guy
out there...
Oh, here.
Okay. I also like to say that the Resistance didn't even see what happened. They saw him walk out.
Now they ran away and they didn't even see it happen.
They saw him walk out, not get blown up. Which, that from their perspective, would make him seem like, oh, wait, no, he's not really there. So they would all know that he's just stalling them. Oh, whatever.
There lies the opportunity to be part of something more, the opportunity to fight back, the opportunity to forge his own destiny.
Wait, this is just an incidental point. I love how Finn is like, we gotta help him. He's gonna die. He's all alone. It's like, Finn, what the fuck are you gonna do in that situation, dude? Can you imagine Finn like runs up to Luke and just gets obliterated? It's like, Luke, I never told you. Ah.
I mean, honestly. I mean, I always imagined that as soon as Finn got healed from his injuries in Last Jedi, he would just get up and hunt down Kylo Ren for nearly killing Rey and nearly killing him.
Yeah.
That would be
Destiny.
that would be so like just cringy.
his own
As
destiny
cringy as what I
amongst the
did right now.
stars as part of the new rebellion. Because the spark of hope the Resistance is so obsessed with finding isn't something they need a map to the uncharted regions of the galaxy to find. The spark isn't Luke Skywalker returning to the fold and ripping...
Not? That was
Nah,
the whole part of that was the whole point of the movie. Because now they all have hope again, because Luke punked Kylo.
Like that's really the best way to put it. He punked him like that. Just that's he's
See you around, kid.
yeah.
Fresh Prince of the First Order.
You would make a good Emperor Airborne.
Yes, I can feel your anger when discussing The Last Jedi. Let the hate flow through you.
and ripping
Exactly
the
what
first
I was. Okay.
fleet out of the sky. The spark isn't something out there just out of our reach. It's something inside us, something inside all of us. And I think The Last Jedi just wants to be the...
He's literally just like, it's not that, it's something else. It's something inside us, something more than nothing.
story to let us know that that spark is always there.
It was always there, guys.
What
It was
about
always there.
Luke? What about Luke? Wasn't there a spark inside him until he got?
This is like that moment in IHG's video about the movie Who Killed Captain Alex, and the video Joker, who's like a guy who has like commentary on the video, like like during like one of the ridiculous action scenes in that movie, the commentator is like, "This is serious," and like IHG like he this is back when I actually liked his content. Like he like in like a very distant, disembodied way. He like says, "Hey guys, this is serious." He like zooms in on the ridiculous shit that's happening. I feel like that's exactly what's going on here. Like he's just like, "Oh, this is. It was always there. The feeling was always there." Like oh god.
And hey, that's just how The Last Jedi adds up to the moment I love most in Star Wars, the moment that speaks to me the loudest. I haven't even touched on all the other things I love about this movie because, oh my god, it's a list that just gets longer and longer by the day. I love the way Jedi challenges Finn to choose something to stand for and how it forces Poe to learn that jumping in an X-Wing and blowing something up can't solve everything.
Just repeating the same shit over and over. Oh, fuck, come on.
Handbrake turn on.
Pussy that you actually like. This
What
really,
do you mean? What are you talking about?
This is like what Mahler. This is what Mahler did in like his most recent video. He was like, he like talked about this in the TFA review. Just by virtue of Leia slapping Poe, people think that Poe was wrong. Like
yeah.
They just went along with it. They don't fucking hell. Think about it. Think about it when you watch a fucking movie, for Christ's sake. Or just accept everything.
Ray, what it really means to be a Jedi and how Kylo's diehard obsession with destroying the past pushes away the last person that cares about him and leaves him with nothing. I love how The Last Jedi reaffirms the Force as an energy flowing between everything that can be accessed and controlled and not some genetic superpower owned by a bunch of old wizards.
The fuck made you think?
I'm sick of this.
Never been established as that.
It's like people forget that AOTC has a scene where there's a whole room full of kids learning about the Force.
No. Those are all Skywalkers and Solos.
Oh man, no! You got that wrong. They're all old men disguised as children.
Old man oh my god. Fucking hell.
Oh, hello there, Master. How you doing?
Okay, let's just finish it. We're so close.
I'm so tired of
I
this
love how it
stupid fucking
throws the
video.
whole
Okay, let me
galactic
join. Let me
conflict.
join back. I'll be happy.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, crikey, where's the thing?
Oh,
He
oh,
just said he essentially just said that he's happy the Force no longer belongs to a bunch of old men in rooms. Even though we all know when you watch the prequels, there's a scene where the children are learning about the Force. So, oh my god.
Conflict into
Okay,
question and undoes the binary nature of good and evil by reveling in the territory between the two. I love how it can be so
is stupid.
operatically grand and so quietly intimate, and how it never shies away from being this weird space fantasy whenever it can. I mean,
Please, never. I never want to see that scene ever again. You know what is even is what? You know what? No, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. This video has officially made me upset. Replica, I even may be at your near levels of upset when Tommy absolutely doesn't get in the boat or doesn't place down a boat in Minecraft. Okay, this is. I'm gonna call it. This is absolute stupidity. No, I don't want a weird space fantasy. No, I don't want any of that. I want serious Star Wars. I want Mace Windu trying to chop off the head of Palpatine, and then he gets thunderstruck right out of the window. I don't care. I don't want this stupid animal. I don't want stupid slavery. I don't want stupid goat milk. I don't want any of the stupid stuff.
I don't. I also don't want animals released to just be captured again, like how it would fucking be in. It fucking.
what is this? I love it. I love it.
No, nobody loves it.
I
who
love it
loved
for
the
the way I
alien
feel it
leprechaun?
But yeah, I mean,
enough of this shit. Fuck this guy too.
I'm really feeling the tension of a movie when you have a guy drowning in coins.
Oh
Its
god.
legacy started all the way back in 1977, and how it evolves that legacy in the most faithful way it can in order to open the galaxy.
It's not faithful in
a whole
any
new
single fucking way. You
Oh, I love
worthless
that
sack
face
of
right
shit.
there. That's wonderful.
No,
Yes,
she looks
that is-
kind of chubby there.
This is
God
this
damn.
is
Oh.
the this
Oh
is what
god. I
this
really
is the
hate.
ideal Star Wars character. You may not look. She may not look like it. This is what peak writing performance looks like.
I fucking hate her face. Half her face, I just want to punch punch a hole.
I hate everything about Ray, like the voice, the face, and
Daisy
yeah.
Ridley is just such a disgustingly bad actress for this role.
The cast don't like the movie.
I think she sold herself pretty well in the first one, but now in this she's not really. She's not playing anymore. She's just playing Ryan Johnson's man.
She's just. It's sort of like Kathleen Kennedy. Like, she got in charge because she was a woman, and she is too fucking blind to ever see that she doesn't. It's just the whole fair representation or whatever for me, but not for thee. Goddamn.
Oh yeah, also the
And
fact
storytelling possibilities. I love it for.
Okay.
that Kylo and Rey can split a lightsaber crystal open, even though it's been proven that literal explosions can't damage kyber crystals.
Oh,
Please tell me again how Rey isn't overpowered.
I love it for moments like
Oh,
this.
not her.
And
Oh no!
They killed the wrong. Okay, they killed the wrong.
They killed the wrong one.
Okay, they killed the wrong one. Yeah, agreed. No, we get this. Get that.
Actually, Calamari Tran is attractive, but they completely ruined her.
You
Yeah,
know-
she looks
know
ugly.
what? You know what?
And why the heck does she only have a bloody nose?
Okay,
She should be in a full body bleeding. I mean, she's on fire.
okay.
No,
Replica.
she isn't bleeding from the she's bleeding from the fall, which she didn't react to whatsoever.
I know, but her back should be on fire like Anakin, and then she should press the stupid button. That way we actually feel something.
No, Okay, Michael. Let me put it this way: she falls down. She then just decides to kick it instead of. She doesn't even try to get up. That's really what I fucking hate about that scene. Is that she's just kicking. It makes her look like she's fucking lazy. Even though if they would have had included a scene where she like tried to, oh my god, that's the height of ugliness.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's not that much better,
and
but
this,
she
and
looks more like a
definitely
woman.
No, not that. That fight is so pathetic. The choreography was just horrible.
Choreography
I wanna hear what you have to say.
It's like this. I mean, wow, but
No, that is not art.
This is art.
All right,
in Star Wars has ever spoken to me as beautifully as the moment the
that is not that
Okay.
it.
oh,
Okay,
oh,
so
God.
Star Wars.
style over substance is bad for one very, very solid reason. You want to know why? Because if the action makes sense, it will always hit 1,000,000 times harder.
Yeah.
This is why movies like the Terminator, when Arnold starts spraying and you see all the shit blast apart and all the particles from the papers fly around, that looks so much better than any garbage that comes out today because it makes fucking sense.
The more you think it's real, the more you'll be
the broom
immersed.
boy in
Yeah. Okay,
She-
this
she
was the
just-
scene I was talking about. This scene is the only hope I ever have for Star Wars actually going back and actually doing something proper. This kid right here, this boy, this male white boy, okay?
Male
This is
boy.
the only hope I have for Star Wars. Is if this kid basically rises and he like finds a book on Yoda or whatever, and like maybe he's like, who knows? Maybe they actually respect the consumer Disney this time, which they never do. If they actually did that, I'd probably go and watch the next 3 films about him. Because I actually can sympathize with this kid.
Boy. I don't even know if it's going to be about Broom
Yeah,
Boy.
actually, you're right because he actually does come from struggle. He's a slave on a planet. He actually does have.
It doesn't really make sense that he's a slave instead of just having some droid do it.
Yeah, I know, but like at least we have someone here who actually experienced hardship in their life.
Yeah. I mean, Ray, no. Ray, that's not hardship. That's not hardship. You were making food. I mean, it was a hard life, but I mean, just like in real life, I mean,
we didn't see
we
any
all
of
get
it.
jobs. We're going to get paid $15 an hour unless we're extremely lucky or something like that. And we'll have to basically eat a muffin for breakfast every day. But, you know, you rise through the ranks. And Ray just said, you know what? No, I'm going to go straight to the top because that's how Mary Sue works.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay.
That's pretty much how it is. Yeah.
Stables had his imagination ignited by the power of a fantastic
Ryan Johnson
story.
has no fucking imagination, and you don't either.
Why
Wait,
would it?
what's
Why would it's just a little bedtime story.
Yeah. By the way, what is this? What is this doll on the right that this guy's holding in his left hand? Like, are those staples? And I mean, seriously, they couldn't even come up with a better design for a scrub. I mean, that just looks like a.
Story because Star Wars is that story, and I am that kid. I think we're all that kid deep down. That's why this moment defines Star Wars for me, and that's why
if that moment defined Star Wars for you, then you wouldn't have gone on an 18 or a 16-minute and 29-second rant about why The Last Jedi is basically your favorite movie. You would have just analyzed that scene. And yes, I actually agree with him.
He has to find out like why Last Jedi like leads up to that scene.
I agree with him in a weird way on this.
This movie is so postmodern that it can't at all be about hope.
Yeah.
It's kind of the antithesis to it. It's always got to be such depressed bullshit.
Or it has to be haha funny.
Hey everyone, first of all I just
Thank God it's over.
It's over, thank God. Alright, so the video
I give this case of Stockholm Syndrome a 2 out of 10.
Negative 10 out of 10 would never again.
We give this the SCP. We give this a script Corona seal of garbage.
Yes, indeed.
I Okay, so I feel like we have got a character arc moment with Deviant here. He was going to say SCP, but then he wisely decided to say something more intelligent. So I want to commend you for that.
I mean, it's still not as bad as Neryl's video. But,
my
it was
rating
pretty
for
bad.
this video. Oh, but I saw Neryl did a review on Black Mesa. I'm scared to watch it.
Which which review of Black Mesa review by who?
The
Okay,
Neryl.
that scene right there. No, not that one.
Nerald? Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I'll explain it to you later. Anyway, my review of this, my thesis statement of this video is simple. You just like anything.
Star Wars would be simple.
Are
You
you
just
kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I know which Nerald you're talking about. That fucker that makes god awful thumbnails that makes the most retarded statements known to man.
Yeah,
People didn't like Snoke getting killed because they didn't get their fucking Wikipedia pages filled out.
the movie earned that horny line. But yeah, this video is fucking garbage. It's absolute trash. And you know, it's.
I thought there were 1,000 things better in this little thing than there are in The Last Jedi.
You just like anything. That's like the problem with this guy, is that he likes anything, and he thinks that he's getting some grand continuity.
I clapped when I saw Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
ATST.
Yes. Fair use 107 YouTube.
What? No! End the stream!
Diego,
Copyright! Oh, dear
it's
God.
too good. It's too good, honestly.
Alright, whatever. Anyway, the video was garbage. I'm happy we,
Yeah, do you guys want to do, Airborne?
It's good that we covered it, because it was
Yeah.
some bullshit. The comment section of the video is cancer, too. The...
As
Yeah,
cancer is the vaccine comment section.
Anyway,
cancer.
stop it. All right, I have to give this video a good end. Okay, so, all right, so, Joey, what the fuck, dude? Okay, anyway, I'm just, yeah. So, this guy is seeing ghosts. It's complete Stockholm syndrome to the worst degree.
1 out of 10, never would again.
You're describing a video. You're describing a movie that isn't real. I'm very sorry about this. Just, I know you like anything Star Wars. Please just go back to watching the original trilogy and the prequels. This stuff. I mean, it's not like any of this shit amounted to anything anyway. Like I'm sure this guy probably doesn't like the right. Well, he probably likes it. I mean, let's be honest. He likes anything. But
Every single Star Wars movie.
What you said in this video is just it contradicts reality. If it made sense, then I would have liked it too, probably. But it doesn't. It's bullshit. All of it.
That's
is
every single Star Wars movie.
How about we unwind and we play a game, not necessarily Minecraft. Because I'm tired of it.
The stream.
Well, I thought
the stream has to end now.
Yeah, no, end the stream. I thought the stream was done.
Really hilarious.
No, shut up! Fucking hell.
Baited! Stop it!
Never stream, you jackass.
I didn't know it was on, dude.
Lupus.